Hello and welcome to V&I Nation. This is another edition of Scattered Thoughts, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. So, first off, my name is Alex, and last week Titus talked about, I believe it was, the Smash Bros. Fan theory. And that was, of course, in response to the previous video in which I talk about a world where everything might be decided by games and how that would be pretty cool. But the Smash Bros. Theory got me kind of thinking about Gladiators. And, initiating, gladiator combat again in our modern everyday society. The big problem with it is we all tend to think about, being moral in this day and age, and gladiator, fighting to the death is not very moral. But we've talked about this concept a little bit before on the channel in one of our Truth and Judgment talk shows, where we talk about the idea that putting inmates on death row on gladiator combat, where they end up fighting to the death and end up serving their sentence, as well as, lesser criminals being able to serve off and shave off portions of their sentence through gladiator combat, should they so choose. And I think it should be a little bit more expanded. We pay football players, basketball players, the major sports players, millions of dollars a year. And yes, there's some element of danger, but it's not like you're going to die playing it. It could happen, but it's not very likely. And, if anyone deserves to be paid some good money, it would definitely be a gladiator. So, I kind of think that, a gladiator would not be a bad option to, entertain the people. It obviously wouldn't be great for children, but, if you're in a bind and you're in debt, let's go ahead and throw down in the gladiator ring and do that. With that being said, our scattered thoughts are kind of taking a new direction. We like to watch a lot of movies, and we like to watch a lot of TV shows, and one of the big things is we like to, review stuff. And so, to tie in with my thoughts on, gladiators in real life, I like to think of it kind of like the example of the TV show Spartacus, which is a fantastic series if you haven't watched it. But instead of these individuals being slaves, they're part of teams. And there's so many different things that you could do, and it wouldn't even necessarily have to be to the death. It could be left up to the mob mentality crowd like the Romans did, or even better, we give them non-lethal weapons and they just beat the crap out of each other. Kind of like mixing UFC and UFC, wrestling, put it all together, make it real, and make it hard. And I think that would be, I think a lot of people would actually want to watch that, even if they said they didn't. And I just think that's definitely something that should be thought of and maybe one day proposed. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think about our scattered thoughts? What do you like about them? What don't you like about them? Just let us know in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and select all, so you can be up to date on all of our new movie reviews, as well as this new editions of Scattered Thoughts. This has been V&I Nation. Thank you, and goodbye.